All right, you are live. That is what StreamYard says. So I'm going to go ahead and just let people trickle in. And yeah, so give me a second. We're going to take a drink and then we'll get started. Okay. All right. Hey, everyone. Spidey Librarian here. And tonight we are going to look at movies on the Internet Movie Database's top 250 movies list. This is part 4 of what is going to be a 5-part series. And essentially, tonight we are looking through movies number 151 through 200. And we're going to see which movies I have seen and which movies I haven't seen. And we're going to take the ones that I haven't seen, we're going to list them. And these lists that I'm making, they're going to go in a great big old spreadsheet that we're going to start. I'm going to be taking movie suggestions from you guys. We're going to look over lists like this one here. We're going to look at other lists once we're done with this one. We're going to look at horror, science fiction, fantasy, comedies, whatever, and just see, how many movies I haven't seen that we can just put in this list. And that'll give you guys like a base to choose from in terms of figuring out what we want to see. And hey, Sith Apple, how you doing? How are you this evening? Now, before we get started, I'm just going to go ahead and throw out this question here. I think that if we do reaction content, I'm probably going to start it off by doing some form of Spider-Man reaction content on my channel. And Spider-Man reaction content, because obviously on this channel, we want to keep it as Spider-Man as possible, just for the sake of consistency. Even doing these live streams is a little bit inconsistent because it's not really Spider-Man oriented. With that said, I've seen every Spider-Man movie. I've seen every Spider-Man adjacent movie that's been released. So from what I can think of, one of the best ways that I can see to approach it is that we consider doing animated content, like the animated cartoons, shows, whatever you want to call them. And so I'm thinking like maybe we could do like a watch of like maybe the first episodes of several different Spider-Man animated shows. Like I haven't seen Spider-Man, the new animated series. I've actually never seen that. It's the one that MTV made for like one season. I could probably stand to rewatch like episode 1 of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends from like the 80s. I don't even know if I've seen it. And then we could do like a rewatch of Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man the Animated Series, Ultimate Spider-Man, Marvel's Spider-Man, because I have access, I think, to all of those through Disney Plus. So that's kind of my way of looking at it, is that we could do like some shows and shoot some reaction videos that way, and then like get the edited ones up on the channel, and then maybe put the full reactions on Patreon and see if you guys are willing to, like, if you want to see the full reaction, you can go there. I don't know. But I would like you guys to, I would actually really like you guys to respond to the community post that I made earlier today, where I basically talk about cards on the table time. If I make a, if I make a, if like a YouTube channel just for reaction content, not only the question is in 2 parts. It's not only just would you guys subscribe to that new channel, but also would you subscribe to the Patreon that would be associated with it? And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. So far, the response has been abysmal. I know it's only been up for a couple of hours, but that's plenty of time for some of you guys to have seen it and respond to it. And, like if I don't get a pretty positive response, there's really no reason for me to actually start doing this. Like if I cannot get you guys, my erstwhile supporters, to kind of come in and support me on this, how successful am I going to be at convincing other people to come in and do it? So, I realize, I realize is, maybe applying a little bit of pressure, but it's also just common sense here. If I can't drum up engagement on those posts and engagement with that content from you guys, I I have a I have an even less chance of doing that with new audience. So I really need you guys to go and respond to that post and comment on it, and I, guys, I need engagement. I need engagement, or there's no point in me trying to really expand or grow. And it's just been kind of one of those periods that's been pretty difficult for me. I've watched my subscriber count grow, but I've also watched my watch hours just and like take a dive off a cliff. And so if I'm going to do any of this other stuff, I need your support. I need your help here. And okay, on that cheerful note, we're going to go ahead and get started on the Internet Movie Database's top 250 movies. We're going to start with number 151. And we're going to go ahead and just get to it. So 151, The Thing, 1982 movie, John Carpenter, I believe. Very scary movie. I've seen some very scary clips and scenes from this movie, but have I seen it all the way through? I don't think I have. I don't think I have. I think if we did a watch of this movie, it would be just kind of a yeah, no, like there would be stuff in there that I haven't seen and don't remember. So um I can tell you about certain scenes from the thing, but I couldn't tell you what the movie is all the way through. So anyways, going to go ahead and remove this question for now. But guys, feel free to chime in on it. All right, number 152, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I've seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Now, some people may hate me for saying this. Monty Python and the Holy Grail is a funny movie. I'm not going to deny that. Okay, it's funny. It is really good biting satire. I don't think it's as good as The Life of Brian, and I haven't seen The Life of Brian on this list, so that tells me that it has placed higher than The Life of Brian, which may or may not even be on this list. So, but I have seen it, and it's good. It's just not my favorite Monty Python movie. And Trouble, would you like something, sweetie? Sorry, Trouble was just meowing at me. Hold on. What's wrong? Do you want me to let you out? Okay, I'm gonna see if Trouble wants out, and I'll be right back. Hold on. Come on, sweetie. Come on. Oh, I know you hate it. Oh, I love you too. Well, okay, then don't meow at me for no reason. Okay? Daddy loves you very much, but Daddy is doing a thing. All right? You want to come over here? You can come over here. You're always welcome to snuggle up to Daddy. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, number 152, Monty Python. We've seen it. So let's go ahead and move on to The Great Escape. The Great Escape. I don't think I've seen this. Allied prisoners of war plan for several hundred of their number to escape from a German camp during World War II. It's directed by John Sturges. It stars Steve McQueen, James Garner, and Richard Attenborough. Okay, yeah, no, I haven't seen this. So we'll go ahead and add The Great Escape to the list, and we're going to move on. All right, number 154, Finding Nemo. All right, let's see. Finding Nemo. I have seen Finding Nemo. It's a I forget. Is this a Pixar movie? I think is it a Pixar movie? Yeah, it's a Disney Pixar movie. Okay. All right, but yes, I have absolutely seen Finding Nemo. So, all right, moving on. Let's see. 155 Rashomon. I do not know what this is. I'm pretty sure I have not seen it. It's an it's an Akira Kurosawa. Kurosawa has got a lot of films on this list. The rape of a bride and the murder of her samurai husband are recalled from the perspectives of a bandit, the bride, the samurai's ghost, and a woodcutter. Wow. Okay. This this seems like a pretty deep dive here. So, all right. Well, we'll go ahead and add that one to the list, Rashomon. So let's go ahead and put that on there. That's number 155. All right. All right. Let's see. The Elephant Man. I've heard of the Elephant Man. I don't think I've seen it. This is from 1980. A Victorian surgeon rescues a heavily disfigured man who is mistreated while scraping a living as a sideshow freak. Behind his monstrous facade, there is revealed a person of kindness, intelligence, and sophistication. It's written by David Lynch, stars Anthony Hopkins, John Hurt, and Anne Bancroft. I did this is yeah, this is new to me. And John Gielgud as well. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and add the Elephant Man to the list. So 156, the Elephant Man. All right. Okay, now the next one is called Chinatown. Hold on one second. Okay. So Chinatown, I don't know if I've seen this. From 1974, a private detective hired to expose an adulterer in 1930s Los Angeles finds himself caught up in a web of deceit, corruption, and murder. Okay, so sounds like a mystery. It is one that I definitely have not seen. So this is what, number 157, I think? Let me just go check on that. Yeah, 157. So so we'll go ahead and add that to the list. All right. Sith Apple says that Elephant Man is a good movie. All right. Let's see. I know I've seen Spirited Away. I don't know if I've seen Howl's Moving Castle. So we're going to go ahead and have a look at that. Howl's Moving Castle. When an unconfident young woman is cursed with an old body by a spiteful witch, her only chance of breaking the spell lies with a self-indulgent yet insecure young wizard and his companions in his legged walking castle. Okay, yeah, I'm not familiar with this movie at all. I've watched one or two Miyazaki movies, but I don't think Howl's Moving Castle is one of them. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on the list. So, all right, and looks like both Wolf and Sith Apple have high votes of confidence for excuse me, for Howl's Moving Castle. Hey, Wolf, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay, all right. And next, we have got Dial M for Murder. Okay, now I've watched some Hitchcock, but I don't know if I've watched Dial M for Murder. A former tennis star arranges the murder of his adulterous wife. Okay. Um, it's Alfred Hitchcock, of course, Ray Milland, Grace Kelly, and Robert Cummings. Yeah, I'm looking at the trailer, and so far I'm not noticing anything about it particularly. Yeah, no, this doesn't look familiar, so we're gonna put Dial M for Murder on there as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, it's wait, Studio Ghibli? Is that Howl's Moving Castle? Okay, it's not Miyazaki. Let's see. Or maybe it could be both. I don't know. Let me have a look. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, so Miyazaki works for or he worked with Studio Ghibli on this one. Okay. All right. Okay, and then let's see for our first 10, Gone with the Wind. I actually have seen Gone with the Wind. I was probably in grade school when it happened, but I have seen it. It is a long frickin' movie too. But I remember it being pretty good too. Why did I add that? Okay, ignore Gone with the Wind. I guess it's just getting to be habit for me to start typing stuff in. Can I just remove this? Can I remove this chat? I can't. That's crazy. Okay. All right. Well, I shouldn't have typed it in. I'm just getting used to doing it. Okay. Number 161, V for Vendetta. Oh, how does it go? Remember the 5th of November? I've seen V for Vendetta and I've read the graphic novel. Both of them are really good, but definitely have seen V for Vendetta. 162, Raging Bull. I've seen Raging Bull and I've seen Rocky 1 because as part of my film class, we compared the two movies. But yeah, Jake LaMotta. Yeah, I remember this. Robert De Niro, a fairly early Scorsese flick, if I remember correctly. So, but yeah, I've seen I've seen Raging Bull, and pretty good. Definitely. Oh, felt like I needed a shower after seeing it though. So, you saw V in IMAX. It was an incredible experience. I'll bet it was. I could only imagine. All right, number 163 is called Prisoners. I am not familiar with this one. Okay, when Keller Dover's daughter and her friend go missing, he takes matters into his own hands as the police pursue multiple leads and the pressure mounts. This is from 2013. Hugh Jackman is in it. Jake Gyllenhaal is in it. Viola Davis is in it. Wow, good cast. And Dennis Villeneuve is the director. So, oh, okay. Definitely have not seen this, so we're gonna add Prisoners to the list as well. So number 163, Prisoners, and there we go. All right, and the wife and I watch it every November 5th, of course. Nice. I like that. That's really good. Okay, number 164 is called Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I've heard this title. I don't think I've seen the movie, though. Let's see. This is again from 1998. Eddie persuades his three pals to pool money for a vital poker game against a powerful local mobster, Hatchet Harry. Eddie loses, after which Harry gives him a week to pay back 500,000 pounds. Holy jeez. All right, it's a Guy Ritchie film. He directed and wrote it, and it stars Jason Fleming, Dexter Fletcher, and Nick Moran. Okay, all right. Well, I haven't seen it, so we're gonna go ahead and add it to the list. All right. Rock, stop, and two smoking barrels. All right. Okay, number 165. The Secret in Their Eyes. I don't know what this is. Let's see. Original title El Secreto de sus Ojos. Okay, so Spanish language. A retired legal counselor writes a novel hoping to find closure for one of his past unresolved homicide cases and for his unreciprocated love with his superior, both of which still haunt him decades later. Interesting. Okay. Don't know the cast or the director here, but it's up there. I want to do a quick genre check for this one. This is drama, mystery, romance, and thriller. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and put that on the list, as Cap says. So, number 165, The Secret in Their Eyes. All right. Okay. All right. Wolf says that Guy Ritchie movies, I'm guessing, are popular in the UK, as you can imagine. Yeah, I can actually. That makes a lot of sense. All right, 166, Inside Out. I'm pretty sure I've seen this. Another Disney Pixar film. After young Riley is uprooted from her Midwest life and moved to San Francisco, her emotions, joy, fear, anger, disgust, and sadness conflict on how to best navigate a new city, house, and school. Yeah, I remember this. This is from 2015. I think I went and saw this in the theater, probably with my fiance. So this is a I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I'm really like I remember it pretty well. So definitely seen Inside Out. All right, well, number 167, guys. Look at this one. Our first live action Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man No Way Home. What is this movie? Spider-Man No Way Home. What is it? I don't think I've ever seen it. Have you guys seen Spider-Man No Way Home? I don't know if I have. Okay, all right. No, we've definitely seen Spider-Man No Way Home. Love this movie. It is so good. And yeah, this is the third Tom Holland movie. It also brings back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, as well as other faces from previous Spider-Man films and franchises. So definitely seen it. Unfortunately, won't be going on any not seen list, but I'm not saying we couldn't do a rewatch of some films that I've already seen on my theoretical reaction channel too. So, all right. Number 168 has a weird title. Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. What the hell? A mother personally challenges the local authorities to solve her daughter's murder when they fail to catch the culprit. Okay. Stars Frances McDormand, Woody Harrelson, and Sam Rockwell. All right. Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. This is from 2017. I've never heard of this. All right. So this is number 168. Okay. So 168. Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. All right. Okay, Wolf says that he saw Inside Out, wasn't a huge fan. Pixar movies are not all amazing lately, but I did like the latest, Elemental. I haven't seen Elemental, and at this point in time, I'm not exactly eager to see it, but you know, you never know. I might get to see it at some point. Um, let's see. Sith Apple says that Three Billboards is a good movie, and Wolf also says that he thinks that Frances McDormand won awards for this movie. Okay. All right. Well, good to know. Good to know. All right, so the next one is called The Bridge on the River Kwai. It's from 1957. I think about the only thing I can tell you about this movie is that Alec Guinness is in it, right? Yep, he's in it. Old Obi-Wan is in it. So, but I've never seen The Bridge on the River Kwai. British POWs are forced to build a railway bridge across the River Kwai for their Japanese captors in occupied Burma, not knowing that the Allied forces are planning a daring commando raid through the jungle to destroy it. Interesting. Again, never seen it. I know that Obi-Wan is in it, and that's good enough for me. So, bridge on the River Kwai. I also know that the song is mentioned in Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire." That's one of the things that he mentions during the song. How did it go? Little Rock, Castanet, Mickey Mantle, Kerouac, Sputnik, join my bridge on the river. Yeah, it's in that song. So, all right, number 170, Train Spotting. It's from 1996. I've heard of this movie, and that's about it. I don't think I've seen it. Renton, deeply immersed in the Edinburgh drug scene, tries to clean up and get out despite the allure of the drugs and the influence of friends. Oh boy. All right. Ewan McGregor's in this? Okay. And Ewan Bremer and Johnny Lee Miller. I am yeah, like I have not seen this before. All right, let's go ahead and add it to the list. This is number 170, right? All right, number 170, Train Spotting. So let's go ahead and get that one. And again, guys, remember, I think I mistakenly added Gone with the Wind to this list, and I have not, or I have seen Gone with the Wind, so we definitely need to not count that. Okay, next movie. Hey, chill out. All right. Next movie is Fargo, also from 1996. I missed a lot of good movies in 1996, apparently. All right, let's see. Fargo. This takes place like in one of the Dakota states, right? Or Minnesota, never mind. Minnesota car salesman Jerry Lundegaard's inept crime falls apart due to his and his henchmen's bungling and the persistent police work of the quite pregnant Marge Gunderson. It's a Coen Bros film. Okay. William H. Macy is in it. Frances McDormand is in it. Steve Buscemi is in it. Wow. Okay. I apparently need to see this. So we're going to go ahead and add Fargo to the list. What was that? Number 171, right? Train Spotting was number 170. So let's see. Give me a moment here. Uh, Fargo. All right, let's see. All right, Wolf says that he tried watching Train Spotting, but there's a very dark, disturbing scene early on, and he bailed. Okay, all right. Um, eh, so without spoiling it, just tell me this. Do they carry, does the dark, disturbing scene like carry on for like a really long time? Because I can handle dark and disturbing, as long as it's not carried on, like, for an uncomfortably long time, so Fargo is amazing and a must watch? Okay, alright. Number 172, Warrior from 2011. I don't know if I've this does not look familiar at all to me. This is Tom Hardy is in this? Really? The youngest son of an alcoholic former boxer returns home where he's trained by his father for competition in a mixed martial arts tournament, a path that puts the fighter on a collision course with his estranged older brother. Okay, all right. I mean, I didn't expect to see MMA as a topic in this in on this list. So it's directed by Gavin O'Connor. It stars Tom Hardy, Nick Nolte, and Joel Edgerton. I know who Tom Hardy and Nick Nolte are. Joel Edgerton, I'm not as familiar with. I'm guessing that is that him right there? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see it. So it's kind of a short and shocking scene. Okay. All right. 172 Warrior. We'll go ahead and add that to the very long and lengthening list of movies that I have not seen. Okay. Number 173, Catch Me If You Can. I know that Leonardo DiCaprio is in this movie. I also think Tom Hanks is in it, right? Yes, and Christopher Walken apparently. So, guys, here's the thing. Um, I have not. Oh, Elizabeth Banks is in it too. Um, so I have not seen this movie. However, I have read and listened to the book that it is based on, and I actually really want to see this movie. Like I really enjoyed that story. I guess I really like clever characters. Um, Possibly because I'm not, and I wish I were clever. But Catch Me If You Can is one of those movies that like I could definitely put on a short list. Like you would have very little trouble convincing me to sit down and watch this. Because again, I've read the book, I've listened to the audiobook version of it and really liked it. And I feel like the movie will probably have a better ending than the book did. So, and it just, I mean, again, the premise just looks like fun. So, um, definitely would be interested to see that. All right, number 174 is called Gran Torino. What is the? I'm not familiar with this. Looks like it's a Clint Eastwood movie. After a Hmong teenager tries to steal his prized 1972 Gran Torino, a disgruntled, prejudiced Korean War veteran seeks to redeem both the boy and himself. Okay, what is a Gran Torino? Is that a oh, it's a car, right? Because the car is right behind him. Is that what that is? All right, stars Clint Eastwood, B. Vang, and Christopher Carley, and it looks like Eastwood directed this as well. So, okay, and yeah, Sith Apple says that Gran Torino is a must-watch. So, 174, we'll go ahead and add Gran Torino. Um, okay, all right. My Neighbor Totoro. Totoro. That's probably the correct pronunciation right there. A G-rated movie. All right, from 1988. I think people have tried to get me to watch My Neighbor Totoro before. I have never seen this. I've never seen this. When two girls move to the country to be near their ailing mother, they have adventures with the wondrous forest spirits who live nearby. It's a Miyazaki film, and I am not familiar with the cast, but we're going to do a quick genre check: animation, comedy, family, and fantasy. So yeah, we'll go ahead and add this one to the list as well. And so far, like the 170s, it has just been thing I haven't seen after thing I haven't seen after thing I haven't seen after thing I haven't seen. So we'll go ahead and put that one on there. Wolf has his opinions about this one. He says that it's another Miyazaki movie, really, really good, maybe better than Howl's Moving Castle. Well, we just went by Howl's Moving Castle too, so they're both pretty. I mean, think about this, guys. This is the top 250 movies of all time, at least according to IMDb, which does rely on popular votes, so it's not like it's a perfect system, and I'm fine with that. But think about it, the top 250 movies of all time, out of like all movies that have been made for any list, that's quite a distinction. So, all right, number 176. Oh my God, Million Dollar Baby. I don't know why I said it that way. Oh my God, this is a Clint Eastwood film too, isn't it? Oh God, he directed it, and Hillary Swank. Okay, yeah, okay. So I haven't seen this. But I definitely remember, like, the marketing around this. I wanted to see it. Hilary Swank, Clint Eastwood, and Morgan Freeman must like working with Clint Eastwood. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll put Million Dollar Baby down. So 176 $1 million baby. If I'm gonna pronounce baby with some kind of weird affectation, I should actually pronounce it the way that Moira from Schitt's Creek does. $1 million baby. The way that actress pronounces baby in that show is freaking hilarious, and she does it many times. You know, it's like, how are you going to take care of your baby? It's great. It's great. Yeah, I think Million Dollar Baby did win an Oscar. I think you're right about that, Wolf. All right, number 177, Klaus. Is this a Christmas movie? Okay, is this a Netflix movie? A simple act of kindness always sparks another, even in a frozen, faraway place. When Smearensburg's new postman, Jesper, befriends toymaker Klaus, their gifts melt an age-old feud and deliver a sleigh full of holiday traditions. What? And again, this looks like a Netflix movie, like a Netflix film. I don't know that I've seen a Netflix movie on this list yet. So, okay. Jason Schwartzman is in the cast. J.K. Simmons is in the cast. Rashida Jones. I kind of need to look at the rest of this cast list. All right. I haven't heard of Will Sasso. Norm Macdonald. I know who that is. Joan Cusack. Okay. Still pretty good cast. So, all right. Animation, adventure, comedy, family, fantasy. And possibly possibly like a holiday or a Christmas film, although I could just be misinterpreting that. So, but I definitely have not seen Klaus. So let's go ahead and put that down. That was number 177. Again, like so far, everything in the 170s I have not seen. But we get to number 178, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Yeah, I've seen that. I watched Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. I've seen all of the Harry Potter movies, guys. And don't get me wrong, I'm still very much against J.K. Rowling for some of the things that she has said and some of the stances that she has taken with regard to trans people, trans women in particular. But I'm not gonna lie, like I really like those books and I really like these movies. And while now there's a bit of a taint on them, still they're very entertaining. So these were good films. So I have seen that. Don't need to watch it. What is number 179? Children of Heaven. This is a 1997 film. Original title Batchehaye Asaman. So is this what Nepalese? I don't know. After a boy loses his sister's pair of shoes, he goes on a series of adventures in order to find them. When he can't, he tries a new way to win a new pair. Oh, that sounds very sweet. All right, I have to see it. I want to do a genre check. Drama, family, and sport. Really? This is considered a sport movie? Okay, whatever. I'm down. Children of Heaven. All right. That's number 179. And we'll go ahead and add that to the list. So 179, Children of Heaven. Okay. All right. Let's see. Sith Apple says that Will Sasso was on Mad TV. Check out his Kenny Rogers skits. All right, I'll do that sometime. Let's see. Wolf says that he's actively avoided Harry Potter movies. Not sure why. Always thought that they were kids' movies. You need to give them a try. I mean, like, I would say that the first probably three books, at least as a librarian, they always were in the children's section, and then starting with four and onward, they are in the young adults area. However, I will say this, yeah, they might be marketed to kids, but adults, they are meant for a much wider and I would say even older audience than just kids. Like they definitely were made to appeal to kids, but they also appeal to adults. So, all right, number 180, Blade Runner, classic in the sci-fi genre. One of Harrison Ford's earlier movies, and yeah, I've seen this. I've seen several different versions of this. Blade Runner must pursue and terminate four replicants who stole a ship in space and have returned to Earth to find their creator. Rutger Hauer is in this movie. Daryl Hannah is in this movie. And Sean Young is also in the movie as well. So yeah, it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I have seen several different versions of it. Okay, number 181, 12 Years a Slave. Okay. In antebellum United States, Solomon Northrop, a free black man from upstate New York, is abducted and sold into slavery. I've seen this. Chiwetel Ejiofor is the lead. Benedict Cumberbatch has a part in it. So I think when I watched this, I watched it because I knew that these two actors were going to be in Doctor Strange together. It's a good movie, but oh god, is it hard to watch. It is difficult to watch. Steve McQueen directs. I didn't know that. And Michael Fassbender is in it as well. But good film. Don't know that I would recommend it for like a fun light viewing. I don't think I would. All right, 182, Before Sunrise. I think we're getting back to movies that I have not seen. Is that Ethan Hawke? Yeah, that's Ethan Hawke. Okay. A young man and woman meet on a train in Europe and wind up spending one evening together in Vienna. Unfortunately, both know that this will probably be their only night together. Oh. So I guess this is a romance. Richard Linklater is the director. It stars Ethan Hawke, Julie Delpy. I don't know who that is, and Andrea Eckert. I don't know who that is either. Let's have a look. It is a drama and is also a romance. Okay, all right. Before Sunrise. Let's go ahead and put that on the list as well. That's number 182. For Sunrise. Okay. What a crazy Doctor Strange connection. Oh yeah, 12 Years a Slave. Yeah, no, it is. But I mean, when I was finding out who was being cast in what roles, I would go and try to find movies. Like when I found out that Chadwick Boseman was going to play the Black Panther, I went and watched 42. Have you seen that? Oh, it's so good. It's a good sports movie. He Chadwick Boseman plays Roberto Clemente. Is it? Yeah, I think it's Roberto Clemente. And oh, it's really good. It is really good. All right. Number 183, The Grand Budapest Hotel. 2014. 2014? I don't think I've seen this. This looks oh, that's Flash from Spider-Man Homecoming. That's Tony Revolori. A writer encounters the owner of an aging high-class hotel who tells him of his early years serving as a lobby boy and the hotel's glorious years under an exceptional concierge. And is that hold on, was that Ben Kingsley? Okay, okay, it's probably Ralph Fiennes. F. Murray Abraham and Matthew Amalric. And it's a Wes Anderson movie. That's why it has this particular visual aesthetic to it. All right. I mean, I've seen the occasional Wes Anderson film. They're certainly quirky in their way. So we'll go ahead and put that on the list. 183, The Grand Budapest Hotel. All right. So Before Sunrise also had two sequels filmed around 11 years apart with the same two actors. Really? Oh, that's cool. I mean, that's really neat. I like that. Was it um what were they called? Or what was that one called? All right. Next one is called Ben-Hur. I've heard of this movie. I don't think I've watched it. If a movie is over 3 hours long and it's not a Marvel movie, you're probably gonna have to convince me to watch it. Ben-Hur, after a Jewish prince is betrayed and sent into slavery by a Roman friend in first century Jerusalem, he regains his freedom and comes back for revenge. This sounds a bit like Gladiator, actually. But it's a 3.5 hour movie. It is from 1959. It's directed by William Wyler. Stars Charlton Heston, okay, Jack Hawkins, and Steve Boyd. All right. Okay, well, haven't seen it, so we'll go ahead and put that down as well. So, Ben-Hur, where are you at? You're number 184. Okay. Let's see. So, Ben-Hur. All right. After Sunrise is another one. It follows their lives through the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. So, number 185 is called The Gold Rush. It looks like it's a Charlie Chaplin film. It's from 1925. A prospector goes to the Klondike during the 1890s gold rush in hopes of making his fortune and is smitten with a girl he sees in a dance hall. Okay, interesting. Feels like fairly standard fare from what I see in most Charlie Chaplin films, at least in terms of the summary. So, but I definitely have not seen this. So we'll go ahead and add it to the list as well. So that's number 185. Gold Rush. All right. Okay, let's see. Number 186, Gone Girl. Now, I've heard of this one. I don't think I've seen it. Let's have a look. Well, with his wife's disappearance having become the focus of an intense media circus, a man sees the spotlight turned on him when it's suspected that he may not be innocent. Okay, interesting. Is that Ben Affleck? Is Ben Affleck in this? Oh yeah, David Fincher directs. Ben Affleck, Rosamund Pike, and Neil Patrick Harris star in this. I don't think I've seen this. This does not look familiar. So, all right. So that was what number 186, Gone Girl. All right. Okay. All right. It's Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight, and they're filmed 9 years apart from each other. Huh. Pretty cool, actually. I like that kind of packaging, actually. So, all right, number 187. It's called Barry Lyndon. This doesn't even sound familiar to me. An Irish rogue wins the heart of a rich widow and assumes her dead husband's aristocratic position in 18th century England. Barry Lyndon. Never heard of it. Stanley Kubrick film. Okay. Ryan O'Neal, Marissa Berenson, and Patrick McGee. I don't know. But yeah, never heard of it. Let's go ahead and add it to the list. Number 187. All right. Barry All right. Sith Apple says that Gone Girl is good. Okay, good, good. All right, number 188, Hacksaw Ridge. I've heard this title before. I don't think I've seen. Whoa, is that was that Andrew Garfield? This is from 2016. Let's see. Okay, World War II American Army medic Desmond T. Doss, serving during the Battle of Okinawa, refuses to kill people and becomes the first man in American history to receive the Medal of Honor without firing a shot. Oh God, it's directed by Mel Gibson, Andrew Garfield, Sam Worthington, and Luke Bracey. And is that oh God, what's his name? Elrond from the Lord of the Rings movie, and Hugo Weaving. Is that Hugo Weaving that I saw? All right. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna watch this trailer. So, all right. So Hacksaw Ridge, huh? I haven't seen this. We're gonna go ahead and add it. Okay. What else? 189, In the Name of the Father. Let's see. This isn't familiar to me. A man's coerced confession to an IRA bombing he did not commit results in the imprisonment of his father as well. An English lawyer fights to free them. It's directed by Jim Sheridan. It stars Daniel Day-Lewis, Pete Postlethwaite, and Allison Crosby. In the Name of the Father. That's interesting. Like, the I've heard of the sins of the father where, like, the children must pay for the father's crime, but it seems like this is the reverse of that, where it's like the father has to pay for the child's crime as well. That's not very Klingon. That's very opposite of Klingon, actually. All right, number 190, On the Waterfront. This is a Marlon Brando film. I've seen this actually. An ex-prize fighter turned New Jersey longshoreman struggles to stand up to his corrupt union bosses, including his older brother, as he starts to connect with the grieving sister of one of the syndicate's victims. It's been a while since I've seen this. Again, I think this is one that I watched from my film class in college. But yeah, it's an Elia Kazan movie. Marlon Brando, Carl Malden, and Lee J. Cobb are in this movie. So yeah, I've seen it. It's been a while, but I have seen it. All right, number 191, Memories of Murder from 2003. This does not sound familiar to me at all. Original title, Salinui Chiok. Chuiok. All right. In a small Korean province in 1986, two detectives struggle with the case of multiple young women being found raped and murdered by an unknown culprit. Wow, this just sounds dark. It has no actual rating to it. Let's see. Crime, drama, mystery, thriller. Okay, that sounds about right. Okay. Um, let's go ahead and add it to the list. Again, we're making a big old list. This one's gonna be huge, like larger percentage than probably even the last one. So Memories of Murder. All right. We have a 1926 movie at 192 called The General. Let's have a look. This is a Buster Keaton movie. Okay. After being rejected by the Confederate military, not realizing it was due to his crucial civilian role, an engineer must single-handedly recapture his beloved locomotive after it is seized by Union spies and return it through enemy lines. And again, because it's Buster Keaton, I'm pretty sure it's comedy. Let's have a look. Action, adventure, comedy, drama, war. Okay. The General from 1990 or 1926. Dang. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put that one on there. 192, The General. Okay. The Deer Hunter. Number 193 is called The Deer Hunter, an in-depth examination of the ways in which the Vietnam War impacts and disrupts the lives of several friends in a small steel mill town in Pennsylvania. Interesting. How the war affects them even if they're already at home. All right, De Niro is in this. Christopher Walken is in this. John Cazale. I'm again. I'm just. Is that Marilyn or is that Marilyn Streep? Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and just back out. So the Deer Hunter. I think I've heard of the Deer Hunter. I don't think I've ever. I know I haven't seen it. All right. 194 Wild Strawberries. Well, okay. This is from 1957. I'm not familiar with it. After living a life marked by coldness, an aging professor is forced to confront the emptiness of his existence. Looks like this is this Russian? No, it looks like it's German based on the crew and cast. All right, never seen it. Wild Strawberries. Have any of you guys seen this one? I'm just like, what is this? What even is this? All right, 194 Wild Strawberries. Okay, and then number 195 is called Wild Tales or Relatos Salvajes. Six short stories that explore the extremities of human behavior involving people in distress. All right, well, we'll add it to the list. Do my Steve Rogers impersonation. I'll add it to the list. All right, so 195. I haven't seen Wild Strawberries and I haven't seen Wild Tales. All right. The Third Man. This sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen this. This is from 1949. It's an Orson Welles movie. Pulp novelist Holly Martins travels to shadowy post-war Vienna only to find himself investigating the mysterious death of an old friend, Harry Lime. Directed by Carol Reed, stars Orson Welles, Joseph Cotton, and Alida Valli. I am not familiar with this at all. We'll go ahead and add it. The Third Man. Okay. All right, guys, we just got a few more, and then we can bring it home. All right, number 197, The Wages of Fear. I can pretty much tell you right now that I don't think I've seen this. This movie is from 1953. Original title, Le Salaire de la Peur. So it looks like it's French. In a decrepit South American village, four men are hired to transport an urgent nitroglycerin shipment without the equipment that would make it safe. Oh boy. Oh boy, we're going to travel around with an exploding car. That's what this is. All right. Yeah. Never heard of this. I'll go ahead and put it on the list. The Wages of Fear. All right. We got three more. Three more. Okay. All right. 198 Dead Poets Society. Robin Williams film. Pretty mostly male cast. This is a good movie. I've seen this. Maverick teacher John Keating returns in 1959 to the prestigious New England Boys Boarding School, where he was once a star student. using poetry to embolden his pupils to new heights of self-expression. Uh, if you've seen this movie, I mean, and I'm not gonna lie, this is a guy movie, like it really is. But if you've seen this movie, you know why it's good. It's just it's very inspiring, and it very much kind of is one of those movies that kind of can get you to kind of reach into yourself and try to be great, try to be your best self. So, all right. Almost done. We're at 199. Sherlock Jr. Now, I don't think I've seen a Sherlock Holmes movie so far. Ah, but it's a Buster Keaton movie. Okay, all right. See that I understand. So let's see. Sherlock Jr., a film projectionist, longs to be a detective. Oh God. And puts his meager skills to work when he is framed by a rival for stealing his girlfriend's father's pocket watch. Okay, all right. So yeah, but it's a Buster Keaton movie, so we'll have to see. I definitely have not seen this. So we'll go ahead and add it to the list. Sherlock Jr. All right. And then the final movie that we're going to get to tonight is Mad Max Fury Road. Now, I find it kind of telling that this, I think, is the first Mad Max movie that I've seen on this list, and it's number 200. Have I seen Mad Max Fury Road, guys? Go ahead and take a guess. Say yes if you think I've seen Mad Max Fury Road, and say no if you don't think I've seen it. This movie is from 2015. If I remember correctly, I believe it has Tom Hardy in it as well as Charlize Theron. And let's see, Sith Apple and Wolf both say that yes, they think I have seen it. All right. And if anyone else wants to hazard a guess, please feel free. But I'll go ahead and close it out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you guys would be correct. I have indeed seen Mad Max Fury Road, and I enjoyed it. It was good. It was kind of out there, but I liked it. It was fun. So all right. So anyways, we'll go ahead and I think we'll finish out this series of streams tomorrow. But at least for now, we are done with this particular swath of the top 250 movies list. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and stop this screen, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring up my channel. All right. And before I start working on the next post, I'd like to point you guys at this point at this post here. I just wrote it a few hours ago, but I'd really like you to take a look at it and respond. I've gotten like one like on it so far, and guys, I'm not gonna lie, I've been pretty depressed lately with the very low amount of engagement that I've just been getting from people in general. It's really causing me to question my ability as a YouTuber, a content creator, and streamer, video maker, whatever you want to call me. So it would really mean a lot if you go in and just respond to this post. I'm just going to go ahead and read it out loud. Hey everyone. Okay, cards on the table time. If I start a YouTube channel just for movie and or TV show reactions, who among you would, one, subscribe to that channel, and then two, subscribe to the Patreon associated with that channel? Sound off in the comments with your response to those questions. I'm researching the average rate that reaction creators on Patreon charge for what and for what perks, so expect that it would be more or less consistent with them. I would need a strong, favorable response in order to take the next step here. So, whatever your response would be, please do respond to both questions. So, if you guys could take a look at that and respond, um, I'm not gonna lie. At this point, the odds are stacked against me. And when I say that, it means that right now I don't have a lot of impetus to really take this next step, create a third YouTube channel, create a Patreon for that channel. I really don't know if I should do it because like I'm having a hard time convincing my own subscribers one to watch my content and then two to just engage with any of my posts. So I don't know, guys. It would mean a lot if you would just go in there and just give me as much data as you can. Like, seriously, I need data. I need input from you guys. And I know some of you have said, yes, you should do reaction content. Guys, it's really easy to just say yes to me doing new things. It takes a little bit more commitment to really kind of, like show that you're willing to support me. And it's just kind of it's more than just kind of passively tuning in. So I want you to think hard about that because lately I've been giving myself a really hard time about being on YouTube and I love doing it. I don't know if I'm good enough to continue doing it. And so I don't know if trying to expand out into something like this is even worth it at this point. I do want to complete this series because I think it's fun to just do this, but in the meantime, just know that that's kind of sitting with me right now. Do you feel like reaction videos are the majority of your views or the majority of your video reactions and are the majority of your videos reactions and makes it hard to gauge? Wolf, can you elaborate on that question? Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and put it up here. Do I feel like the reaction videos are the majority of my views? Um, Probably not. The majority of my views, frankly, are YouTube Shorts, which is ridiculous because um, it takes me forever to make a short, and it's like a flash in the pan of a few hundred to a few thousand views, and then it's gone. And um, I'm just not comfortable making short form content. I think that maybe I could eventually get there, but I'm certainly not there right now. And I've been teaching myself to do streaming and long form content. So I think that reactions make up some of my better viewed uploads, like the Ghostbusters reaction for one, the Ghostbusters Afterlife reactions. But yeah, are the majority of your videos reactions and makes it hard to gauge? No, I would say that the majority of my videos are actually live streams, which, you know, um, I'm trying to at least get it to where they're mostly Spider-Man streams, but in the meantime, we're doing stuff like this to just see if it's worth it to reach out and do something else, in addition to what we're doing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and create the post for today. I'm going to go ahead and just start. Looks like I started with uh my not my greeting, my the opposite of the greeting. Um my closing, I guess. I don't know. I can't. My brain does not want to work. So, all right. And before I go on, I'm going to go ahead and grab the video for tonight's stream, which should be, yeah, it's this one. It's going right now. And see, we're doing some Inception style stuff here. All right. Okay, so let's see. Tonight's stream yielded an even larger percentage. Wow. Cannot type of movies I haven't seen from this list. They are and then we're gonna go through the list, which is gonna be, man, probably most of that list. So let's just go through and let's see. Damn, it's long. All right, so we're gonna start with number 151, The Thing. And let's see, 153, The Great Escape. Have not seen that one either. And please feel free to express your shock at any of these movies that I haven't seen that you would think that I have. Number 155, Rashomon. 156, Elephant Man, The Elephant Man. All right. Number 157, Chinatown. Let's see. We looks like we nope. Howl's Moving Castle was 158, so let's go ahead and add that. All right, Howl's Moving Castle. Number 159, Dial M for Murder. All right, so that's like the first 9, and I haven't seen 7 out of those 9. All right, the first 10, it looks like I haven't seen 8 of those movies. So definitely not off to a great start. I mean, not that it's bad necessarily, it's just that these are things that I haven't seen. So, all right. Looks like I see a few movies at that point until we get to 163, and that movie was called Prisoners. And then after that, number 164 is called Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. 165 is called The Secret, In Their Eyes. All right, and then I get a couple in, and then we get to number 168. Oh, wait, again, I've seen Gone with the Wind. I didn't want to put that in there. All right. Okay, so never mind. I have seen Gone with the Wind. I was like, oh yeah, one of these is in there by mistake. All right. This one is called Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Weird title, but I've you guys have told me that it's good. So, all right, the next one is called The Bridge on the River Kwai. Again, I happen to know that Alec Guinness is in that one. Train Spotting, number 170. I have not seen that one. All right. And then I think like pretty much all of the 170s I think I hadn't seen. So that would be Fargo would be next. Warrior, which is apparently a Tom Hardy movie. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Number 173, Catch Me If You Can. Again, really interested to see that one. Like, I would say so far, if I have a favorite movie that I haven't seen on this list that I really want to see, it's gonna be Catch Me If You Can. Alright. Number 174, Gran Torino. Number 175, My Neighbor Totoro. 176, $1 Million Baby. 177, Klaus, the first Netflix movie that I've seen on this list. Alright, then it looks like I'd seen 178, and then 179 is called Children of Heaven. Haven't seen that one. And then, the 180s were a little bit kinder to me. I went, like, 2 whole movies before I got to one that I was like, "Okay, alright, I haven't seen before Sunrise." Number 183, The Grand Budapest Hotel. That is a Wes Anderson film. Number 184, Ben-Hur. 185, The Gold Rush, which is another Charlie Chaplin film. Right? Was it Chaplin or was it Buster Keaton? I think it was Chaplin. All right, number 186, Gone Girl. Never seen that. That's Ben Affleck is in that one. All right, and then we're getting into a long series of stuff that I haven't seen. So Barry Lyndon, which I'd never even heard of, and then Hacksaw Ridge, which I have heard of. Number 189, In the Name of a Father. Oh yeah, that was the reverse Klingon one. Number 191, Memories of Murder. Apparently, I can't type tonight. 192, The General. I think that's a Buster Keaton film. 193, The Deer Hunter. 194, Wild Strawberries. And then I think 195 was Wild Tales because they both began with the word wild. I was like, okay. And then let's see. 196, The Third Man. Let's see. 197, The Wages of Fear. This one is we're driving an exploding car. And then finally, we cap it off with 199, Sherlock Jr., another Buster Keaton, and I'm typing out Buster Keaton as I say it. Sherlock Jr. And yeah, damn, that's a lot of these. Like this is a huge percentage of this. So let me go ahead and count them off. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 37 out of these 50 movies. I have not seen them. That is a man, that's Jesus, that is very nearly 3/4 of the list. So that is ridiculous. I mean, again, what's best is subjective. This is just the Internet Movie Database, so they're done by popular vote. But like, I don't know. I'm just like I've heard of some of these, and I definitely want to watch some of them. But damn. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just say, uh, as always, feel free to suggest more movies and or shows for me to possibly react to in the comments below. All right, and we're going to go ahead and post it. All right, I think I need to catch up with chat. Yeah, The Thing is one of those movies that I know about. Like I've probably seen quite a few scenes from it. I don't think I've watched the movie though. So, not all of them are easily accessible or found on streaming. Yeah, I know. I know. This will be a challenge. I have friends recommend classic movies all the time, but it's not so easy to prioritize them. That's also a fair point. You don't have to watch all of them. You'd be watching past Christmas. Just watch Fargo and you'll be set. I mean, like, the intent is not to watch all of these. The intent is to form like a big old spreadsheet with with stuff that I haven't seen and stuff that you guys have recommended. Part of the reason I'm doing this is just so that you guys can get an idea of what I have seen and, not just what I haven't seen. So that way you might be able to make some reasonable extrapolations as to what isn't on this list that I may or may not have seen. You can also kind of take what you already reasonably know about me. Like you can probably suppose that I've seen all the Spider-Man movies, I've seen all the Marvel movies, I've seen all the Star Wars and Star Trek movies, and you can probably make some reasonable assumptions about other things that I may or may not have seen. And then that in turn will give you the ability to make other suggestions that I might consider. Again, if I end up starting a reaction channel, which right now I have to admit it doesn't look amazing. So let me go ahead and go up here. Anyways, I think at this point we've done everything that I wanted to get done tonight. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and call the stream. So thank you guys for hanging out with me and keeping me company while we did this. Um, I think, I think even if I don't end up doing a reaction channel, it might not be, this might be just a fun thing to kind of do and set to the side and maybe revisit at another time when I can more reasonably go, hey guys, what do you think? Here's a bunch of movies I haven't seen. Should I maybe consider, doing something like that? Maybe when you get the list together on the final stream, each viewer can pick one movie they recommend for you to watch. That's a possibility. I don't know. I mean, tomorrow, the last stream, at least for the IMDb top 250 movies, is going to be tomorrow. Like, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go and create the metadata for the next stream. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me ask you guys this, since you're here. I've been doing these streams, and I'm looking at doing my podcast, The Webline. Um, I'm looking at possibly purchasing StreamYard as a as a like purchasing the subscription. It would let me remove, for instance, the watermark that's on there. And I kind of like the layout and what StreamYard kind of lets you do here. I don't know, like, what do you guys think? Do you like the overall look with StreamYard? Like, do you think the look, it definitely makes some of the technical things easier than I've been doing in OBS on my podcast. Like, do you guys like this? Like, do you like the cute little thing I put underneath me that says desperately wishes Spider-Man were real? Like, let me know. I'm curious to know what you guys think. I think it's kind of it's one of those things that I'm leaning towards, that I'm leaning towards it. I definitely like the free version of StreamYard that I'm currently using, but if I purchase the $20 a month subscription, like it will let me do multi cameras and I think like multiple pages or presentations. Maybe not. I might be wrong on that, but it does make a lot of things easier for me that I have to really work on in uh, OBS. Like, a lot of it's just kind of built into the packaging. Like, I would be able to host multiple cameras a lot easier, like from multiple people, and also I think my own, although I'm not entirely certain about that. Anyways, I mean, I'm not that crazy about doing multiple cameras on myself anyways, but like for my podcast, for you guys, like if you guys ever, were to come on and I were to have, even if you're not on camera, like, I could still invite you into the studio and you could use your mic. It would just make stuff like that a lot easier. It wouldn't eliminate the need for Discord, but it definitely takes some of that functionality that I would have used Discord for. Because, man, Discord is a pain when it comes to streaming. So Anyways, I just want to know what you guys think. I'm kind of leaning towards it. It might be something that I buy for myself for my birthday this year. I don't know. Um, it's just kind of one of those things that I'm thinking about. I mean, yeah, it's I have a direction that I'm leaning in. But that doesn't mean I don't want to hear you guys' opinions. I'm asking for engagement here, you know. So um yeah, I one of my buddies actually pays 14 a month for it because I think he got it like 3 years ago and he hasn't made any changes to his plan. So I think he's just grandfathered in at that price. I'm kind of jealous. I'm like 14 a month. I would definitely jump on that if it were 14 a month. So but yeah, so it'd be 240 a year. Hey, I mean, guys, I'm just gonna say my birthday's coming up. It's in like 2 weeks. If you want to donate to like maybe offset the cost, I'm just you don't have to. You do not have to, but birthday is coming. Should I do a birthday stream? Do you guys think I should do a birthday stream? I like doing birthday streams. They are fun. So I may go ahead and just do one, but I don't know. If you guys think I should do a birthday stream, then put an emote of a birthday cake in the chat. Like, um, I wonder, is it if I do that, is it going to come up? Emotes don't really show in StreamYard, which is kind of annoying. But I can go check the chat on YouTube. Let's see. Not shorts. I want live. Go away. Show me. Show me. Oh God, I went the wrong direction. It's like those times when you accidentally wander into the women's restroom, And don't tell me you've never done that. I know you have. All right. Oh wow, we got 6 likes tonight. All right. My birthday is December 5th, guys. It'll be a Tuesday. So do the birthday stream. Okay. So Apple put 4 cakes in there. And apparently you just can't do yes, you can. Okay, apparently StreamYard doesn't take YouTube emotes code and transfer it smoothly over to YouTube. So that sucks because cake is just yeah, it is 2 days before the Game Awards. And you know what, Sith Apple? I'm actually having a birthday dinner that night with my coworkers. And it's really funny because one of my coworkers, she watches the Video Game Awards and like because she has messaged me like I'm one of those people where I will forget that they're on and just catch it the next day or something. She's one of those people when she sees something that is like really cool and like something that I would be interested, she would like message me during the show going she'd be going like, Tony, go watch the Game Awards right now, this happened, and I'm like, okay, I'm going. So but yeah, no, I'm gonna probably miss the Game Awards, but I'm gonna be having a birthday dinner with my friends and coworkers, so I'm okay with that. And again, one of my coworkers will probably be watching it on her phone, so she'll probably just pass it over to me when something cool happens. What do you guys think is going to win Game of the Year? I of course hope Spider-Man does, but it's up against some stiff competition. You've got Tears of the Kingdom, you've got Baldur's Gate, you've got let's see, Alan Wake, like Alan Wake 2, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, which I've only played a little bit of Mario Bros. Wonder, and let me tell you, that is a fun game. So I don't know. There's a lot going on, but yeah, it'll be a good night. It'll be a good night. But yeah, so you guys think I should do a birthday stream? I'll tell you what. I'll put another community post up. I'll probably do that tomorrow, since tomorrow will be exactly 2 weeks before my birthday. I'll put up a community post, and and you guys can just be all. It'll be a poll. All right, it'll be a poll, and there'll be a birthday cake for the image of yes, you should do a birthday stream, and then what should I do for the no? on the you shouldn't. Should it be a picture of the Grinch or some coal or something, you know? So, I don't know. You guys let me know. I think at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream. So again, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. This has been fun, and I really, again, I appreciate it when you guys are here and giving me feedback and just giving me stuff to react to, asking me questions that I'm happy to answer. Um, I really do appreciate it. I mean, again, I've been having some doubts about my abilities as a YouTuber, and I mean, I don't need a million people here, just a few. So, like, you guys being here really does help me to, keep pushing on. And I just want you to know I appreciate it. So, anyways, guys, have a good night. Thanks again for being here on the stream. This is Spidey Librarian. And until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Bye.